स्वाध्याय टीवी। डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी।
Namaskar. Welcome again in the series of a lecture regarding the topic of process costing. The cost accounting is a part of the important factors for all the manufacturing companies, as we already discussed in a past lectures. The cost accounting is actually helpful for the manufacturing company to evaluate their present positions, and according to their positions they will actually identify their profitability as well as the cost control system. So, in this process costing also we ever actually try to understand how the cost can be controlled and how the profitability can be evaluated in each different processes. So, as we already discussed in the past 4 sessions, the different type of problems regarding the simple process costing, or maybe they have a different type of wastages, or maybe if the expenditures are incurred for a main manufacturing product, but along with the main manufacturing product if they have some subordinate products, that is what we consider as a part of a byproducts. So, what would be the situation in case of a byproduct? That we were already tried to discuss in the last session, if you remember. In this session also I am just trying to take the same type of problems where the company is focusing for the manufacturing of a main product, but along with the main product they have some subordinate manufacturing product also, which we were considered the byproducts. And in case of the byproducts is also need some part of an additional expenditure. What would be the costing system and how the cost can be evaluated in case if there are certain items are missing, if the items are or the informations may not be clearly defined in the prescribed problem or the respected problem. So, in this way how you can actually evaluate their selling price or maybe the cost price according to the informations which are actually given in the respected problem, and how the joint expenditures can actually distributed proportionately along with the byproduct, and on the basis of that the proportion can be defined to evaluate their main product expenditures, and on the basis of that we have to determine the cost value of the main product of the respected processes. So, now in this lecture try to understand the questions regarding the process expenses for a joint expenses as well as the separate expenses in case of the main product is manufactured along with the byproduct. See the question. Now, the question is very simple. Here there are actually manufacturing, the company is focusing to the manufacture product A. That means the product A is a main product or a main manufacturing consent. That means the manufacturing unit have a consent to manufacture product A only, but along with the manufacturing of a product A, in the course of its manufacture a byproduct B also along with the A. This is what the mention in the first paragraph. So, a factory is engaged in the production of A, but along with the manufacturing of A they are manufactured along with A, B also, that is byproduct, and which after a separate processes has a commercial value. That means their actually manufacturing process have a certain different type of cost expenditures also, and they have a commercial values also. So, the commercial values were actually mentioned in the second part of the question in a tabulation format. For the month of March 2001, following are the summarized costing data. That means this is information, statistical informations regarding the manufacturing of product A and product B. Why we are mentioning product A and product B? Because of along with the A, B is also manufactured. Now, see here the joint expenses and separate expenses. The tabulation information is clearly defined. The expenditure has been divided into a two part. One is a joint expense, that means the expenses which are incurred for a manufacturing unit, rather it is actually incurred for a individual process or individual product. Here the joint expenses are incurred for product A and product B precisely, and the separate expenses which are actually incurred for product A, that is the main product, and product B that is a byproduct as it is actually mentioned separately, because of it is clearly mentioned in the first paragraph, product B also has a separate commercial values. That might be they are going to sell of this product in the market in a future part. So that is why the commercial values of product B has been clearly defined in the tabulation format. See, the informations are given in the three different part, that is, one is material, second is labor, and third is overheads. That means the whole actually process has been divided into three different parts. First two is a direct expenses, overhead is an indirect expenses or indirect overheads. So overheads are also clearly defined jointly as well as separately. So now material, labor is actually given jointly and separately, that would be recorded in the particular calculations. Now the third part of the question is very important. The output for the month was 284 tons of A. That means this is an output. Output, it means the how many number of units, or maybe in tons, or maybe in kilograms, or maybe in other calculations, but whatever the output is actually at the end of a process, what would be the output of the manufacturing unit. So manufacturing unit has an output of product A is 284 tons and for product B is 98 ton. That means this was an output at the end of the process, and the selling price of B average 280 per ton. Now see here, this is actually something very clearly informed that the selling price is given only for product B. It means that they do not have a selling price for product A. Here we have a selling price for only 280 per ton for product B. This was we have to be very much clear to understand, because of the product A information is missing now. Here we do not have a product A information. Another important information is given in the question, that is assuming that the profit on is estimated at 50%. Now this is also the another important information which would be helpful to calculate the missing item of product A. So 50% is a profitability ratio. So profitability ratio which would be calculated on the selling price, 50% on the respected selling price. As we have a selling price of B only available, so we do not have to any issues. According to the calculations, we will try to identify the all informations. First we will put it into the precise table only for B informations. That means we will consider first the B informations regarding the B product would be put it in the respected form table, and then try to calculate the costing values of the process A. Now this is what the informations from the required question. The question is very clearly defined. It is very simple questions in the form of the joint products and the separate joint expenses and the separate expenses. As we already discussed in the last session, if you remember, that the many manufacturing company have a different type of manufacturing process, and in that manufacturing process maybe certain period of time they are manufacturing and concentrate to manufacture a main product only, but along with the main product they have some subordinate manufacturing process product also, which is called a byproduct. In this question also the situation is remain same only. They are manufacturing and focusing to manufacture only product A, but along with the product A they are manufactured product B also, and product B have some commercial values also, because of the product B may be sold out later on in the market at the certain values, and that is why they are tried to occur a certain expenditures on a product B. And according to the second part of the questions, it is clearly defined what type of expenditures are incurred for product B. If you remember the third part of the question, it is very clear that the selling price is given only for product B, output is given for both the products, and the profitability ratio is given. So this profitability ratio would be applied on the selling price of B. We will put it all the informations in a solution format. First for the product B only, on the basis of the comparison of product B with the product A, we will try to find out the missing items of product A. Now let's begin the solution of the product particular question. Here this is a first part of the solution. Actually the solution is also divided into a two part. This is final part and this is first part. First part of the solution is actually put it the values which are clearly defined in the question. Now see the question again. The question is actually give us the information that the material, labor and overheads for all the joint expenses and separate expenses. Then output for the month is given 284 tons and 98 tons. Now big question is raised from where the question solution has begun, actually how to start the solution of this particular question. See here, from this question you can easily determine the certain things. One is The sales price of the product B is given, that's first thing. Second is profitability ratio is also given, so that is second thing. Third is the output of the particular different product is also clearly defined. So that means three informations are clearly available of product B. So at least we can start the solution from the selling price of the product B. So now see this first part of the solution. Here this is a format which you can prepare for the solution of the problem. As such, there is no specification regarding the solution of the problem. That means you can solve out the questions in any format according to your requirement and according to your perceptions, which you can actually deliver in a systematic way. The person can be easily understood the solution of your question. Now here why I am prepared the solution format in this way, because of this would be clearly defined and stepwise you can explain your solution also. So begin with the selling price. See here, the selling price of the product B is clearly given. So here the selling price of a product B is 280, as from the question I took it. Now output is given for both A and B. So as actually mentioned here, the product A output is 284 tons and product B is 98 tons. If you want to refer the questions once again, you can see here the 284 tons output for product A and 98 tons for product B. It is given and it is mentioned in the third part of the question, so we can directly take it from the question third part, and output has been mentioned here in this format also. Now sales value, how you can determine the sales value? Very simple way you can determine the sales value. It is a simple multiplication of output and selling price. We don't have a selling price of product A, so we cannot identify at present a selling price of A, but we can easily determine the selling price of B, that is the multiplication of 280 rupees selling price per ton multiplied by 98 tons of output. So which comes to 27,440 rupees. This is a sales value, the sales value for product B. Now the sales value of a product B would be actually helpful to evaluate the remaining missing items of product A. How? See here. Now see the question once again. Percentage of profitability is estimated at 50% of selling price. So now 50% of selling price, it means the sales value is given 27,440, not given, it is actually determined. 27,440, it is a selling price of a product B. Now 50% profit was actually charged on sales, so it is very simple, it's a one and a half. So that one half. It's considered it's in a half values of a selling price, that comes to 13,720 rupees. So profitability profit amount would be deducted from the sales. The remaining amount is 13,720. It is your total cost. Now this is a very important value. 13,720, it's a total cost. I'm repeated and forcefully said, this is a total cost. Total cost means, see the formula here. The total cost means the separate cost and remaining joint cost. Now see the question here, how it would be relevance here. The separate expenses, which is actually given here, see the separate expenses here. The separate expenses of B is mentioned here and joint expenses are given here. That is the first part. But joint expenses, it means it is actually covered expenditures not only for B, it is including along with A. Now that this would be bifurcate later on, but now it means that the 13,720 rupees, it's a total cost included the separate expenses and joint expenses. Now see here, total cost which we already identified. Now first we are going to deduct from the total cost separate expenses. The separate expenses is already given in the question for both the product A and product B. It is clearly defined in the question. So that's why we are taking the informations from the question second part. Separate expenses for A and B. See the question: material, labor, overheads. Separate expenses for A and B, it is clearly defined in the question, and as it is recorded here in this format. Now heading is less separate expenses or a separate cost, material, labor and overhead. Now this expenses is actually defined the information and would be helpful for the calculation of a joint cost distribution or an apportion of a joint cost distribution. Now see here, as we have an information for both product A and product B, so that is why we are actually mentioning here in the table also for product and product B, but we need to concentrate and focus only for B only. Why? Because of we have many items missing for product A, and we are trying to find out the solution for the missing items of product A only. So that is why we are focusing on product B. So we were writing a material labor overheads in the column of product B, that is 1560, 5284 and 1088. Now the total of this actually separate expenses is around 7932, which is already written here, which is already mentioned here. See here, 7932 rupees, it is a total separate expenses. These are the three separate expenses, and the total of these three separate expenses is 7932. Now total cost is covered only two items. See here, the very clear information is the total cost is including only two items. One is a separate expenses and the other is a joint expenses. It means that if you are actually remove the separate expenses from the joint total cost, automatically the remaining part is the joint expenses, which is represent of the product B only, right. So what we are doing, we just try to find out the solution in this way, that the separate expenses is actually identified, which was actually clearly given in the question, put it in the particular table format, and the making a total of the separate expenses remove from the total cost. The total cost is already given in the total cost is already find out from the remaining items. Total cost minus total separate expenses, remaining is joint expenses. This joint expenses is represent only for product B. It means that if you identified the joint expenses share of a product B, you have a total joint expenses in the question. So from the total joint expenses, if the share of a joint expenses of product B deducted from it, automatically the remaining amount of joint expenses, which is represent of a product A. Now again see the answer. From the answer, the 7932, it is separate expenses of product B. Total cost of a product B is 13,720, which covered separate expenses and joint expenses or remaining joint expenses. Now 7,932 deducted from 13,720, as you can see here, that is 5,788. So now here the remaining joint cost for product B is equal to total cost minus separate expenses. So 13,720 minus 7,932, which comes to 5,788. So it means that the joint cost represents 5,788 by product B. Now again see the question. How much joint expenses are given in the question? See the second column in front of a particulars. Material joint expense is 38,400, labor is 23,400 and overhead is 6,900, making a total of all these three expenses, which comes to 68,700. See the last column, total column, that A is equal to 68,700, it is your total joint cost. 68,700 is total joint cost, and minus how much joint cost represent by product B, that is 5,788. So 68,700, it's a joint cost or a joint expenses which actually represent by product A and product B both. From that, if you deducted a joint expenses of product B from it, the remaining expenses of a joint expenses or a joint cost represent for product A only. So now difference between these two values, which is automatically determined the values of remaining joint expenses of product B. This is the second part of your answer. So 68,700 minus 5,788, the remaining value which comes to 62,912. This is a remaining joint expenses for product A. This is what we need to find out first. Now through the work back method, we will try to find out the cost, total cost. How? See here. we are actually try to find out the valuations from work back, right. So that means we were they try to identify the what is the what amount of joint cost represents for the product A. So that's why we find out first is joint cost represents by product A, which comes to 62,912, right. Now see the here at 62,912 it's a remaining joint cost. Okay. Separate expenses is already given in the question. See once again the question. Separate expenses for product A is here clearly mentioned. So now these three expenses, material, labor and overheads separately for product A, it is already written here 14,720, 15,360 and 3,000. The total amount of separate expenses which comes to 33,080. So 33,080 rupees it's a separate expenses. What is the formula for total cost? The total cost formula is very simple, that is here, that is separate expenses plus remaining joint expenses. Now see the second part of the answer. How much remaining joint expenditures for product A? That is 62,912. What was the separate expenses which was given in the question? That is 33,080. So the total of these two values which comes to 95,992. This is a total cost. It's the first answer or first missing items which actually we determined 95,992 total cost of the product A. Now the formula for the profitability is remain same only. How much percent profit was charged on the sales? That was 50%, but you don't have a sales value. You have a cost value only, you have a 95,992 only, you do not have actually a sales price, and the profitability is given on sales. So there is one equation, if you remember, I was told you in on the first lecture only, that if the percentage of profitability is given on sales and if you have a cost price, then you have to apply the one table. Here I am directly tell you the answer, the 50% profit on sales is given and the cost is available, then the profitability 100% charge on cost price, 100% profit charge on cost price. What is your cost price? That is 95,992. 100% of 95,992, it means the same amount of profit. So 95,992, it's a 100% profit on cost. Now total of the profit and cost which comes to 1,91,984. This is a second answer or a second values sales price of the product A, that is 1,91,984. Output is clearly given in the question, that is 284 ton. How you can determine the selling price? Sales value divided by output, your selling price per ton or per unit which comes to 676. This is another answer, the selling price per unit 676. The formula is very simple, sales value divided by output. How you find out the sales value? We add a profit on cost and find out the sales value. How you find out the profit? Profit we find out on the basis of percentage. How the percentage was applied? Percentage was applied which was given the question that 50% on sales, but we have a cost price. Then how you were applied the formula? We applied the formula through the table. How the table was affected? The table was affected in the way on the basis of that if the 50% on sales, then 100% on cost, and that is why we applied 100% profitability percentage on cost, which comes to 95,992. In this way we find out the selling price. Now the final answer of this question is, what was the cost price of the particular product A? The total cost is 95,992. This is your total cost, right, of a product A, and number of units output is 284. So 95,992 divided by 284, the cost per unit, see the last line, cost per unit or an output which comes to 338. This is an output of a product A or a cost per unit or cost per ton. This is the way to find out the calculation of a missing item of the in case of joint expenses and separate expenses are given, and in case of only the selling price or profitabilities are given regarding the byproduct, how you can apportion the joint expenses on the basis of joint expenses of a respected byproduct deducted from the total joint expenses and apportion for the main product. on the basis of a work back method through the calculation of joint expenses identified and then the formula applied for the remaining amount of expenses. On the basis of the profitability applied reversely and calculate the total amount of profit applied on product A, and the basis of that calculations of a simple formula that the profit plus total cost, which comes to sales price, divided by output of units to selling price as well as the cost price, you will determine the value per ton of cost price as well as a selling price. This is what I want to tell you regarding this particular problem, how you can apportion and distribute expenses in case of a joint products and the product byproduct are mentioned, and distribution apportion of the respected expenses separately. Thank you.
स्वाध्याय टीवी